there! Welcome back to another Outriders build video. It's GamerNesto, and today I want to show you my Enraged Devastator build that I've been tweaking it. It's not final yet, but it does work how I have it. And it's so much fun. It definitely feels like a true Devastator experience when it comes to like very close and personal melee stuff. This build is gonna be surrounding the Bannelords for one reason, and I'll explain later. Let's get into it. The first piece I'm gonna be using for now is a Neuroneeds and Migasa, which armors an anomaly, of course, because it is a normally powers build. We're gonna have no resistance against fortify, it's kind of mandatory at this point, and it has Euthanizer for now. So for the chest, we have the Bannelords with Human Comet and Cross Sequence and Captain Hunter. Now, the reason why I'm using Bannelord set is because I want that increase of anomaly fire by 35% by just equipping 3 pieces of the set. I don't care about the second condition, which is basically reducing the cooldown of the IMPALE. We're not gonna be using IMPALE in this build. We have only Bannelords for pretty much increasing that anomaly by 35%. Now, you can do this build with Earthquake, and you can use the Seismic set, and also works. However, the purpose of this build is just to focus on human relief, and Boulderdash primarily, and then just Tremor just to kind of do AoE and kind of keep myself alive while I'm getting shot by the entire map, right? Again, you can use the Seismic set if you prefer the Earthquake. That's a total different build. I can put that later, but for now, this is my favorite because I can solely focus on doing Boulderdash primarily, and it feels so much better than just having Earthquake, which is kind of like I feel like I want to get out of the Earthquake because everybody's been using Earthquake mainly on Devastator, so I want to bring you something different. But for this one, pretty much you're gonna use that just for the 35%. And then I have for now I have this Seismic Commander's legs because it has some mods that I can use. But the primary goal is to bring Bannelord's legs, so I can use that with a good third mod, of course, and at least have Stronghold, which is not really like a use mod, but it's better than the one that comes on the leg. So the build itself is gonna have Bannelords with, you know, obviously usable mods, and then a purple something like this on the bottom, so I can get more optimization on the build. For now, I'm gonna get the Seismic Commander. Seismic Commander comes with good mods, so you can have that in there. If you want to have another version of it, it also works as well. So for now, I'm gonna have the Seismic Commander, but the end goal is to have a very good pants with Bannelords in here, so I can get rid of the boots. I had Tainted Blood to give more damage on a target affected with bleed, and then I have Primary Knocker Duster, which actually gives a lot of damage on the Boulderdash. This one came with Primary Chain, which actually is more for mobbing, but I think by itself like is not really needed. I already have Anomaly Echo in there, because the thing is, like, mobbing with Boulderdash, they just go through it. It's just like a train coming at them, and they get all destroyed. Then on the Bannelords gauntlets, I have Power Simulation on the bottom, Bloody Boost for more damage against bleed targets, and then Double Jump. So I have that in there because the Double Jump acts like a reset for Boulderdash. I'll explain that later. Then I have for now the boots with Despair, Unstoppable Force. Of course, I would like to have maybe some, if I get, let's say, like a good Seismic pack, I have 2 combinations. I can either extend by having these boots in there, but I don't want Shock Therapy in there. That's for me a completely dead mod. I already have Stronghold, that's why I want the Bannelords pants instead, and then get up purple boots in there. But for now, I have Unstoppable Force and Despair, just to increase the damage on the target. On the guns, I have the same. I've been using the same for all my builds pretty much. This is basically my go-to when it comes to anomaly power builds in Devastator. So this is more for the mobbing. I had those 3 mobs that are actually awesome. This one to spread the toxic and actually put vulnerable on the set, on the target, and also Firestone, which is extremely good. And then this one I put Main Rage more for the bossing, because even though that Main Rage has been nerfed a little bit, that's flat. You know, 40% anomaly power increase with the Bannelords, and then with other nods that the the skill tree has, it definitely makes it a little bit better than Fortress. So I was testing main range is still better for bossing than Fortress. I would like to have both, of course, but that is it's gonna take some time. So for now, we're gonna go with main range Omen, and hopefully in the future, first thing first. Now, when in terms of the skills, I'm using Boulderdash, Gravity, and Tremor, pretty much straightforward. You're gonna be focusing more on the Gravity Leap and Boulderdash. Tremor, just like I said, is just for keeping you alive and kind of staggering some of the mobs that pushes you. So that's actually useful. You don't have to focus on and doing something else other than Boulderdash and Gravity Leap. Now, on the class tree, this is gonna be very interesting. The way I have it set up pretty much is to decrease the cooldown of the Gravity Leap and the Boulderdash as much as possible. So you have to go all the way up here, grab all the cooldown knots, because it's not worth going at the end, because Earth's Heritage only affects seismic skills and we're using mostly kinetic. So there's not really good knots here that affects the kinetic damage other than the pack tree. So that's why we're gonna keep it as it is. We're gonna grab all the anomaly and damage knot on the bottom, and we're gonna grab all the cooldown knots on the top. This will give us a decent 5.4 and 4.9 seconds, but not only that, with the pack tree that we'll see in a second, it works like a convention of pyro, so you get literally like no downtime between those two skills. It is actually crazy. Now, for the pack tree, you have two options. You can go with Puncher, so the Seismic of Tremor applies AoE, but I guess in bossing it's not really that good. I rather had a little bit more anomaly power and resistance piercing, which increase eventually more of your anomaly power, and this is up to 19 if you are doing some mobbing. So obliteration, you know, just to stay away from Punchers. We're not using Seismic anyways. I feel like this feels a little bit better when it comes to like using the build. And now we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. We're gonna grab Terms of Engagement, which basically is a multi-strike on steroids. It's basically double the damage, but this is only gonna be dedicated for kinetic skills, okay? It's 60% of that damage though is gonna be stored for your next kinetic. So when you do Gravity Leap and then you do Boulderdash, whatever is in front of you is gonna be basically obliterated. And then here we have Momentum. So whenever you're hitting your scales, if let's say for example you do your Boulderdash and then you do double leap, your Boulderdash comes up. By the time you finish with the Boulderdash, your leap is actually available again. So it's actually not downtime, and it is insane. Now, if you want to take it to another level, but I feel like it's more spammy, and you lose the orange shell, which is actually really helpful. You can also go like this, and then if you want to have like even more of a spam, you can take your Boulderdash in Gravity Leap to an astonishing 1.5 and 1.3 seconds. This is actually without even the 50% mod, okay? However, you don't have that ability of having more damage because of some of this knots in here, like Terms of Engagement, which actually feels so much better. Rather than spamming the skill over and over, we're having way less damage. So depending what you want to do, I feel like this one is way better, but if you want to try this, actually works, and that's basically it. And then for the Ascension, it's pretty much straightforward. You want to grab most of the anomaly first, then some of the powers and brutality, and then endurance at the end. And yeah, that pretty much is the build, guys. I've been working on this build. Unfortunately, the pants will not drop for me. Whoever watching my stream, they'll know, but this build will make you go every time that you are doing any content, either the trials or the expedition. This video is so much fun, guys. I definitely would suggest you to try. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope, you know, I'm kind of running dry in terms of like Devastator builds. I really don't enjoy the fire powers on Devastator. It doesn't feel like as good as the other ones, so I'm focusing more on the AP. So I hope to bring you a couple more builds, and thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for your support. The dude is popping off. Thank you for you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.